Today's WNEM TV5 Evening Extra is brought to you by the Law Office of Carol Thomas.
More winter weather moving into mid-Michigan. The First Alert Sky Tracker shows snow will start falling soon, possibly making for a slippery evening drive. Chris is timing it all out for us from the First Alert Weather Center. Hey, Chris.
Joe, we've got some snow that is getting set to move into mid-Michigan tonight. That will slow things down on area roads as the night goes along. Some of the heaviest snow is to our west right now, currently working its way through portions of northwestern lower Michigan. Thankfully slowing down enough today where we were able to get through much of the evening rush hour without seeing too many problems. But we know that there are still those who are traveling later on tonight, and we want you to know that things will deteriorate pretty rapidly. Here's a look at Cadillac, Michigan, where things have changed quite a bit just since it started snowing maybe an hour ago, and we expect the same to be here in the TV5 viewing area. It's just going to take some time to actually get through. I think an arrival time near the Bay region and also into the Tri-Cities closer to about the next hour and a half, and then likely into the thumb a bit later than that. Most of it's gone by the time we get to midnight or so, but in the meantime, it is going to cause snow-covered roads and slippery conditions. Our temperatures right now mostly in the upper 20s to low 30s. Our feels like temperature mostly in the upper teens to low 20s. As we take a look at the sustained winds, those are between 10 and 20. Gusts are even stronger than that, so likely some blowing snow as we go through the evening too. Your temperatures will stay pretty steady overnight. We'll take a look at where we're headed for the rest of the week, including some 40s. We'll tell you when at 11.
Thank you, Chris. The 2-month search for a missing Pinconning woman continues. Today, several police cars and the Mid-Michigan State Police Crime Lab were at the home of Candy Clem, who was last seen on December 8th. No one has seen Clem since then, and now her family is hoping today's police activity brings them closer to getting answers. TV5's James Felton reports.
It's a great thing. It's finally meaning that something is being done.
A search warrant executed by the Michigan State Police at Candy Clem's home in Pinconning. Clem hasn't been seen since early December. Her niece, Sparrow LaBrosse, is hoping today's activity could lead to the big break she's waiting for.
That Candy is found or brought home, regardless if she's alive or not.
LaBrosse is still holding out hope, but given that no one has seen her aunt for 2.5 months, she's resigned herself to a somber outcome.
I don't believe she is alive. I think she's gone.
LaBrosse tells me it's hard to say that, especially since her family will likely spend another night not knowing where their loved one is.
They're doing okay. Definitely very emotional, worked up about it, concerned.
A spokesperson for the state police says people inside the home on South Jennings Street were detained, some placed in handcuffs and questioned. No arrests were made. The state police Bridgeport Crime Lab did collect any available evidence on the property. It's all part of an active and ongoing investigation.
Candy deserves to have closure, or her family deserves to have closure. She deserves justice. Everybody in the community is worried about Candy, and I believe they would like to see her brought home as well.
Bay County Crime Stoppers is offering a reward of up to $2,500 for information leading to a felony arrest in the disappearance of Clem. All calls to Bay County Crime Stoppers are anonymous. Sentencing today for the former pastor accused in multiple sex crimes. Randy Saylor, formerly of Living Word Church in Midland, will spend at least the next 10 years behind bars. Saylor pleaded no contest to criminal sexual conduct against a child and a family member. In a victim impact statement, his granddaughter said he began sexually assaulting her when she was 11 years old.
Grandfather, I forgive you. You know what you did to me, and I know what you did to me. My forgiveness does not change what happened. Instead, forgiving you frees me. Your actions, your abuse, no longer have power over me. In forgiving you, I renounce the authority of the past over my life now. I am free.
Saylor will get 33 days credit for time served. His maximum sentence is 25 years. The Genesee County Sheriff says a man was arrested accused of trying to have sex with a minor after an investigation revealed his concerning online search history.
Child trafficking escort, medicine to keep kids asleep, drugs keep kids knocked out, and baby sex toys. These are the searches that, because of the investigation that Ghost did, we found that this behavior tied into the Ghost operation is exactly why we do these undercover ops.
Sheriff Chris Swanson says back in December, Mark Anthony Taylor answered an ad to meet up with a minor. Taylor was arrested, which led to investigators finding those disturbing searches on his phone. One deputy investigator with the Genesee Human Oppression Strike Team, also known as GHOST, says Taylor used an app called Telegram to exchange pornographic material.
You can text, you can send pictures, videos, make phone calls. When you create this account, there's no verification process. You can put whatever name, username you want. There's no tracking it, and they're not based in the U.S., so they don't work well with law enforcement.
Taylor has been charged with 17 felonies and, if convicted, faces several decades behind bars. According to the White House, President Trump will use tonight's State of the Union address to argue he and Republicans are best fit to tackle the cost of living. The president is also expected to celebrate 250 years of America's independence, endorse increased military spending, and proclaim that the economy is booming. Republican Congressman Tom Barrett expects the president to talk about what's been accomplished so far during the first year of his second term, including the working families tax cut that eliminated taxes on overtime and tips, and the expanded child tax credit.
Now, these are all really important things that are going to move the needle in ways that I think are helpful to people throughout the economy, but especially the hardest working people in my district and across our country that I'm the most proud of.
Barrett knows that there is more work to do, saying in part that lawmakers need to address the high costs of housing and prescription drugs. Democratic Congresswoman Kristen McDonald-Rivet says the president's approach to tariffs have been devastating and that there hasn't been enough done to address the cost of living for Americans.
I do the grocery shopping for my family. Went to buy a chuck roast, it's $25, right? At the grocery store, when we open our utility bills, when we look at the cost of healthcare, everything is more expensive now than it was a year ago. I do understand that there are people in the country right now that are benefiting from the Republican agenda. The problem is most of them are very wealthy.
You can watch the State of the Union address tonight at 9 right here on WNEM.com, the TV5 YouTube and Facebook pages, on our Roku and Fire Stick channels, and on the TV5 News app. New tonight, Flint City leaders are launching a new effort focused on men's health. As TV5's Zeno Mayer shows us, it's a year-long initiative designed to break down barriers and save lives.
Leaders say men should know their health numbers like they know their phone number or home address, and they're launching a new program to make sure they do.
A strong man creates a strong family. A strong family creates a strong community.
The city of Flint partnering with Men's Health First to launch the Built for Life initiative, a 12-month program aimed at improving men's physical, mental, and emotional well-being.
Usually when men get the diagnosis, it's far too late. You know, is it stage 3, stage 4 cancer, hypertension, diabetes? This is about being proactive.
According to Men's Health First, the top causes of death in men in Genesee County are heart disease and cancer, something founder and president Dwayne Parker calls a silent crisis.
Men don't go to the doctor until there's something serious wrong with them or they're in pain. And then in that particular time, the treatment of the illness can be difficult and could create up to death.
Each month will focus on a different topic, from heart health and nutrition to emotional wellness.
I'm now into my second year of a heart transplant recipient, so I'm fully aware of early detection can save your life, and so I encourage men to consider dealing with issues now, become proactive in their healthcare journey.
And both Parker and the mayor say that journey isn't something you have to go through alone.
As a team atmosphere, you know, we can be able to support one another and be able to encourage one another, whether it's physical health, mental health, or whatever it may be.
Next month's program is focused on knowing your numbers. At the end of the 12 months, participants who go through all of the classes will receive a special certificate. Reporting in Flint, Zeno Mayer, WNEM TV5.
The classes will be held from 11 to 12:30 every fourth Tuesday of the month at the Mays Senior and Community Service Center on Home Avenue in Flint. The Flint Firebirds are also on the ice this weekend. The game supporting local children in the hospital and how you can get free tickets. Plus, road work set to resume in Saginaw when construction to rebuild State Street is expected to restart. The search continues for a Corunna High School graduate in the Upper Peninsula. Trenton Massey is a student at Northern Michigan University and was last seen early Sunday morning. TV5's Zane Omer tells us how his hometown plans to support his family.
Both crews and the community on an urgent search for missing 21-year-old Trenton Massey, a Northern Michigan University student and Corunna High School alum.
I'm a mother, so I can imagine if my child was missing, I would want everybody, no matter how old my child would be, to come and look for him.
According to Marquette police, Massey was last seen on video shortly after 3 o'clock Sunday morning, believed to have been trying to get to his home. Investigators say he appeared to be disoriented and had difficulty walking.
Oh, it's scary. It was an absolute blizzard that night. Like, I walked home, I got lost walking home. So, you know, it's horrible to hear.
Search efforts have shifted to focus on the water near the harbor of the Marquette Bay. Marquette County Sheriff's Special Operations Division Lieutenant Brian Corrine says agencies are looking for any evidence where someone may have fell through the ice, like holes.
Which is difficult because with the weather, it's constantly changing. Holes are freezing up, new ones are opening up. So it's hard to say what reliably, could have been where someone fell through or something like that.
The Michigan DNR transporting an airboat overnight to glide over frozen water, also deploying an underwater vehicle and sonar units below the ice.
A lot of these tools are in the tens of thousands, if not $100,000. So for one unit to have all of that would be impossible.
Back in Corunna, where Massey graduated from in 2022, the district planning a candlelight vigil at the high school on Thursday in prayer and support of his family. Donations will be accepted and candles provided. People are being asked to dress in Corunna or Northern Michigan University apparel.
In a letter to families, the Corunna Public Schools superintendent is asking people to continue to share official information from verified law enforcement sources and keep Trenton and his loved ones in their thoughts and prayers. More local news. You can expect delays in Saginaw next month as road work resumes. On March 9th, crews with the State Department of Transportation will return to work in rebuilding State Street. The work stretches more than a mile from Avalon Avenue in Saginaw Township to Bay Street in the city. Eastbound State Street is closed and detoured onto westbound Davenport Avenue, which is now a two-way road with a temporary center turn lane for the duration of this project. The rebuilding of State Street is expected to continue through this summer. The Flint Firebirds are gearing up for a big night on the ice that goes beyond the scoreboard. This Saturday at the Dort Financial Center, the team will host Hurley Children's Hospital Night. If you bring a new toy to donate at the box office, you will receive a free ticket to the game against the Ottawa 67s. The Firebirds will also wear specialty jerseys that will be auctioned off immediately after the game, with all proceeds benefiting the Hurley Foundation, which supports child and family life at Hurley Children's Hospital. Puck drop is set for 7 Saturday night.
A look outside tonight at Cadillac, Michigan, just to the west of the TV5 viewing area. And this has happened very quickly. I would say within the last 45 minutes to an hour. The streets have been coated. The visibility is still pretty low. And that is a sign of things to come here in mid-Michigan a little bit later tonight as some of the heavier bands of snow start to move in. It seems like it's approaching areas like Clare and Roscommon County, and it will move through pretty quickly tonight. So that limits the snowfall accumulations. But as it moves on by, some snowfall rates of around a ½ inch up to an inch per hour seem totally plausible. I think there are areas like Saginaw and the Thumb where not much of that snow that you see on radar is actually reaching the ground, at least for the time being. But that will be changing here over the course of the next couple of hours. And like I mentioned the last couple of days, is that it's not necessarily the amount of snow as it moves through, but just the inconvenience and how quickly it is going to happen. So your hour-by-hour forecast has some of that snow making its way into the Bay City and Tri-Cities region as we head towards 7 and 8 o'clock tonight, probably closer to 8 o'clock based on the current timing right now, into areas like Isabella and Gratiot County around that time too. It swings through the Thumb as we get into the 9 and 10 o'clock hour, and then by midnight, most of it, if not all of it, is gone. And it seems like it's going to be moving out pretty quickly. We'll go through a little bit of a quiet period after that before eventually we get some scattered lake effect that comes through the area tomorrow morning. Some of these snow showers could have some squall-like tendencies tendencies, some quick accumulations out of those, but they do lose some intensity a little bit as we head towards lunchtime in the afternoon, and the rest of your Wednesday as we head into Wednesday night should be relatively quiet. So your snowfall forecast for tonight and Wednesday, primarily through Wednesday morning, looks to be about 1 to 3 inches of snowfall, a trace to 2 inches just to the southwest of the blue shaded area. It really hasn't changed our map all that much since yesterday. It's mostly just lowering the top end by an inch or so. Just seems like that's the way our data was trending late last night and early this morning, and we're going to hold true to that as we see this clipper come through tonight. I think the fast forward motion of this, even with those heavier snowfall rates, is also going to limit that accumulation potential. Your lows tonight will primarily be in the 20s, some teens a little bit further to the north, and then highs tomorrow mostly in the middle to upper 20s, a few low 30s I think mixed in there as well. We've got some wind gusts tonight that could be around 30 miles per hour at times, so some of that snow could blow and drift a little bit, so just be careful out on the roads. Hopefully we have enough time to clean things up before the morning commute tomorrow, and then as we head into the weekend, we'll have a really nice day Friday, middle 40s, and it looks like we'll cool down as we head into the weekend with some snow showers on Saturday.
Thank you, Chris. More local news. A multi-championship winning esports team is looking for new students to join their team. Northwood University in Midland held their esports open house on campus this afternoon to let anyone interested about the program to learn about its success. Since the program launched in 2019, its teams have quickly risen through the ranks.
We really take pride in what we do. We're the only school in the U.S. to say we have 2 world championships, so nobody else can beat that besides us.
If you would like to learn more about the Northwood Esports program, head to the Tuesday Hot Link section on WNEM.com. Tomorrow, Governor Gretchen Whitmer will deliver her final State of the State address. And ahead of tomorrow night's speech, she unveiled the winners of the 2026 State of the State Art and Writing Contests. Their creativity and talents will be featured as part of this year's address. Congratulations to our local winners. Brooke, a 12th grader from Bay City Western, is the winner of the art contest. The theme, Michigan's Bright Future. It will be featured on the cover of the official program book for the State of the State address. We also had a local runner-up in the art contest, Chloe, a 12th grader from Saginaw. You can watch Governor Whitmer's final State of the State address tomorrow night at 7 on all TV5 streaming apps and on the Great Lakes Sports and Entertainment Network. All new tonight, it's story time in a Virginia high school, and one 7-year-old is telling her story. It's tonight's can't miss moment on the news at 10 on the Great Lakes Sports and Entertainment Network. Then on TV5 News at 11, with tonight's quick burst of snowfall, can we expect roads to be clean tomorrow for the morning commute? Plus,
I went on birth control at a young age after being assaulted. That's another big reason I wanted to pursue sterilization.
A woman scheduled to undergo surgery denied at the last minute. Why the hospital said no. If you want to hear more about the weather, it's a good night for it. Head on over to our digital live stream at 9 o'clock tonight with Chris. You can join that stream at WNEM.com, on the TV5 YouTube and Facebook pages, on our Roku and Fire Stick channels, and on the TV5 News app. Thanks for watching WNEM Evening Extra. Keep up with us as the news breaks online, on our app, or on social media. We'll see you on TV5 at 11.